Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, let's continue with where we left off, which I believe is now at pronouns. So we just spoke about some etymology, how words work, how words are formed, this fundamental formula of meaning plus structure equals word. Put that over here. Okay, more etymology will come. In fact, etymology in many senses it's really the essence of the Arabic language. We're going to finish at some stage, we're going to finish morphology. We're going to finish syntax. But learning new words, that's the real science of Arabic, which you will spend the rest of your life studying. Anyway, for now, we are here, I think. Um, I'm not sure if we went through types of words, but anyway, just a quick recap. We have, the ism, fi'l, and harf. Absolutely simple in Arabic. Words either have meanings in and of themselves, all these words are used to build sentence structures. Structure words are called your harf, your huruf. Of these, we have the prepositions, connectives, and the negative particles. Words which have meanings, well, they're of two types. Either they have time, in which case they're a verb, or they don't, they're a substantive, an ism. I don't call these nouns because nouns are a subcategory of these, really. What the asma are going to be the pronouns. They're going to be your names and your nouns, but also adjectives. So the ism in Arabic is very broad. Anyway, again, more of this to come. Where we are now is then to now just recap these most important words of the Arabic language, which are the pronouns. So I've made a few tables down here. I haven't figured out a nice definition of pronoun yet, but the personal pronouns, this is quite nice. They are words which point to an essence. I. I is a word, it points to me, this fundamental being which I am. You points to the fundamental essence, the being, the person which you are. He to what he or she is. In Arabic, it begins with huwa, he. Really, the third person singular pronoun is the root of every word and idea in the Arabic language. And this relates to Arabic theology, where huwa, that is God, the one. And all begins with the one, with the singular before the plural, with the third person is actually called al-ghaib, ضمير الغائب. And al-ghaib is a name of God, one of the first which occurs in the Quran. And from this, the ghaib, the unseen, the abstract, right? That which doesn't depend upon a personal relationship. From that, we have the second and first persons, the I thou duality. So, of course, to understand this, I'm assuming that, do I have it here? Well, we know what, I think it's down here. We know what these things are from grammar. We know what definiteness is, what number is, singular, duality, plurality, gender, and grammatical case. So for now, at least, what's very important is that you understand these three things. And my video, The Secret of Arabic Grammar, there I explain what case is. But let's recap pronouns right now. So this is a table. I think I will make another video about tables. It sounds silly, but all of grammar is learning tables. And that can sound quite tedious. It can sound boring, which it is if you don't know what a table is without meaning being condescending. Is not just a list of arbitrary words. The table, this table here, is the fundamental structure which underpins reality. It's the mathematics of existence. the code behind the matrix. That's what this table represents. Because if a pronoun is a word which points to an essence, then this is like the fundamental table of essences. The three persons, the singular, the unity and multiplicity, all these ideas are contained in this table right here. One way to think about this is like it's like your user interface. I mean, you have if you have a phone and you open your phone, I mean, you have like a user interface here. How we actually navigate the phone and, just it's like the basic appearance through which we navigate reality. Like the steering wheel of a car. The car is very complex, there's many things going on, but but to inhabit and drive the car, we just have the interface of the steering wheel, the gear, your pedals, and that basic machinery works the entire car. Similarly, this table is like the steering wheel of consciousness. It's your UI, your user interface. Through this table, through these tables, through the structures of Arabic grammar, we literally inhabit the world. So, we have huwa, hiya, hunna, anta, anti, antum, antunna, ana, nahnu. I've structured this as thus. I've color coded it because some people really like colors. It helps. You can learn it however works for you. But the main thing is that you don't just learn it as a list. Like da 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 da. Anyone can do that. I mean, you can, say all these things out. Say, was it huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. That's quite slow, actually. Some people do it very, very quickly and just go through the verbs as well. They're like fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alat, fa'alata, fa'alat, fa'alna, fa'alta, fa'altuma, fa'altum, fa'alti, fa'altuma, fa'altunna, fa'alta, fa'alna. يفعل يفعلان يفعلون تفعل تفعلان يفعلن تفعل تفعلان تفعلون تفعلين تفعلان تفعلن أفعل نفعل. Again, I'm kind of slow because I have to think through it, but that's one way some people learn Arabic, which is fine, but you can do that, you can do that, and you won't be speaking, you won't actually be speaking as fast as you can regurgitate memorization. Because it's not just about memorization, though you do need to memorize, you do need to be able to do that. It's about understanding this table. Because then I could say, okay, how do I say all you for a group of men? And then you have to go down the table and go through your, like, it's too long. That's not fluency. It has to be there in front of you all the time. And this table over here is the most important table. Every other table we will learn, these ones over here, or the verb table, is all built on top of this. You can, if you learn this, you can get rid of all this stuff. This is just here for information. You don't need to know like number, singular, plural. It's just huwa hum. I don't need to explain that hum is the plural of huwa. It just is. It just is once you learn it. So there's only, what's this, 4, 8, 10? It's just 10 at the moment things to learn. There is actually a dual number as well, but really we can forget about that for the time being. This is more than enough. Just memorize this. Memorize and learn it and inhabit it. That means that when you're in daily life, you're seeing these things. When I see huwa, I see huwa. I say huwa. I feel huwa. When it's here, it's here. The first thing you need to do as a non-Arabic speaker is to get used to gender. Everything in Arabic, in the Arabic universe, in our metaphysics, has gender. There's a fundamental duality between things. It's either huwa or a hiya. And it's not as obvious as we might think. Water, ma, huwa. Nar, fire, hiya. Qamar, moon, huwa. Shams, sun, here. Ard, earth, here. And so on. It's not as obvious as you would think. There are deep meanings to why something is masculine and why something is feminine. But for now, just get used to, distinguishing between he and him. Sorry, not he and her. It's there in the English language, but we're going to do this for everything. Not just he and her, but everything is going to have this duality. Then you have the singular and you have the plural. Same thing. You have that for he, those things, third person. And then for I and thou. Thou, anta, plural ye, antum. And so for the feminine, anti, antunna. First person is really easy because there actually are no, I mean, the gender here is one. It's ana, nahnu, nahnu. So this makes it much easier over here. Okay, these are the subject pronouns, right? He, huwa. Then we have the object pronouns, which are going to be attached to the end of a word or the end of a verb, which, for example, let's say ra'aytu. Ana ra'aytu, I saw. Ana ra'aytuhu, I saw him. Ra'aytuha, I saw her. Ra'aytuhum, I saw them. Similarly, let's take a noun. Let's say kitab. Kitabuhu. Kitab, book. Kitabuhu, book of him. Kitabuha, book of her. Kitabuhunna, book of them, group of women. Kitabi, kitabi, book of me, my book. Kitabuna, book of us, our book. So there you have it, the subject and object pronouns. I'm going quicker because we've done this so many times. If this is your first time watching, I highly recommend you to go through some of the previous videos which I have made. To watch through some of those, to put it into practice, I take a few verses of the Quran and we read through and actually begin to understand. And there's many more of those videos coming up. And hopefully this is just revision, putting everything together. You have some really nice tables. Write these out. And don't ask for the PDF, you should write this out. You don't need me to send you this PDF so you can just print it out. Write it out, copy it out, color code it. Actually do this. Create cards. Post these cards up, literally put them on your wall, put them on your bed. Make it nice, laminated. Make a book out of this. Read the book wherever you are. If you're serious about learning Arabic, do these things. Literally have it here in your palm. I'm reading it. I'm on the bus, I'm reading it. I'm walking in the street, I'm thinking it. This is how I studied Arabic. It wasn't 1 hour a day, it was literally a full-time thing. It is a full-time thing. I think in Arabic. Really, I think in Arabic. I don't think in any other language because Arabic is the best language. It's the cleanest, easiest language. And honestly, once you learn Arabic, Arabic will replace your native tongue because it is our mother tongue in the deepest sense. It is our mother tongue. It's the mother tongue of the spirit, if not the body. So do these things. Write it out nicely, many times, and continue to revise it all the time. And now when we study Arabic together, I want you to have this table in front of you. I'm going to give you some better ways of actually structuring these tables soon. But do this for now and actually have it in front of you all the time. So these are our personal pronouns, subject and object. I mean, what you can do is you can actually write them both in the same table if you would like. And as I put it over here, but it's more for me than you, but if you're finding this difficult, just get rid of everything apart from the singulars. Just do huwa here, anta, anti, ana. And you can add nahnu if you'd like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just do that then. 5 things you can memorize, 100%. Just master those. Just master those. and then add in your plurals once you've done those. And we will add in the dual later on, but just do this for now. At the same time, I'm just going to give all this stuff to you because you can take it now. We have the demonstrative pronouns. If the personal pronoun, like huwa, points to an essence, these demonstrative pronouns point to presence, like the actual presence of a thing, the thatness, the thisness. That is this and that. These are the demonstrative pronouns. So again, singular and plural, and masculine and feminine. So for this is هذا, هذا, هذه. That's how you need to do it, masculine and feminine. هذا, هذه. Plural, هؤلاء. The plurals, thankfully, are the same for both masculine and feminine. So really, it's easy. 1, 2, 3 means 6. 6 things you learn. هذا, هذه, هؤلاء. If you're clever, you'll notice that actually even here, her, they both begin with, they all begin with her. And it's just there you have to learn. The, the, the. And there's a deep meaning behind that, which inshallah we'll go into. There's actually very, very deep meanings behind every single word being the way it is. Every single letter, every single vowel, the shapes of the letters, how they're connected, it all has a meaning. All in due time, bismillah. So that's for the proximate, for near things, this thing. For that, for distant things, we say ذلك. هذا, ذا, هذا, ذلك. Same that for near it's ha, هذا, هذه, هؤلاء. For the distant things, you add a ka for the end. لك, ذلك, تلك, أولئك. Save هؤلاء, أولئك. You see that? So I say 6 things, but if you notice the similarities, you can actually learn it much quicker. The hardest thing at the beginning is just going to be sufficiently distinguishing between the masculine and the feminine. So make sure you put some work into that and really consciously learn these tables. Okay, so now we're saying there's 3 tables, but if you're clever, you can put both of these together. And again, if I haven't spoken about this, but look, the object pronouns, they're mostly the same. Hum, hunna, hunna. Right? They're mostly the same, literally. And even all this, the anta, antum, anti, antunna, it just becomes a ka. Is ka, kum, ki, kunna. Literally the same. You just have to replace one letter. That's all. So you can combine these together. And now you can also combine this together. A really good way to learn these is just to learn them with nouns. So man is rajul. Let's say this man. How do I say this man? Look at this table. This, that, it's هذا, هذه, masculine هذا. هذا الرجل. Woman, هذه الامرأة. امرأة, woman. Let's go that. ذلك الجبل. Mountain. تلك المدينة. مدينة is a ta مربوطة at the end, which means feminine. Same thing as امرأة. هذا الرجل. هذه الامرأة. We could just say ذلك الرجل. تلك الامرأة. ذلك الجبل. تلك المدينة. هذا الجبل. هذه المدينة. So we can learn nouns together with these demonstrative pronouns. Now we can also add in our pronouns. Let's say هذا هو مسلم. This is a believer. هذا هو مسلم. These, they are believers. هؤلاء هم مسلمون. feminine. هذه هي مسلمة. هؤلاء هن مسلمات. So with these sentences, we're practicing our pronouns, masculine and feminine, singular and plural. We're practicing our demonstrative pronouns. It's all there. And we're also practicing a bit of noun declension. Muslim, Muslimun, Muslimah, Muslimat. Practicing our plural patterns. So we can combine all of it together like this. Relative pronouns, what are these things doing? So personal pronouns point to essences. Demonstrative pronouns point to presences. Relative pronouns point to the attributes of an essence. We have an essence, we have some substance like me, myself, ana. Now we want to speak about what this thing is, some description about it, some properties about it. So how do we do that? There's just four here. الذي, التي, plural الذين, اللاتي, and two very other important words. What is ma, who is man, and these don't need to change. Again, these things are so common, especially reading the Quran, that the practice will come just naturally. But we can speed it along. We can learn these in much the same way as above. Let's put it all together. Let's say هذا هو. We can go هذا هو الذي. Like this one, he is the one who. هذا هو الذي. Or let's go. No, let's go with that. هذا هو الذي فعل. In fact, that's a nice way to do it. Let's put that. Let's go. هذا هو الذي فعل. Here, هذه هي التي. What's it going to be? Good verb revision. فعلت. Let me make it bigger for you guys. I think that's a bit small. Yeah. أولئك هم الذين فعلوا. أولئك هن اللاتي فعلن. So we're practicing here our demonstrative pronouns, our personal pronouns, our relative pronouns, and now we're also doing verbs as well. We're literally doing everything all at once. So now this is a really, really good way just to put everything together and to really learn all the pronouns and how they fit together. That's one sentence. What else can we do? I think that's good for now. But what we're going to do is actually give some examples from the Quran of these sentence structures. And then we can change them, practice changing them according to person, according to gender, according to plurality. But there you go. That's all the pronouns. I think I'll leave this video here. It's quite a short one. But the main thing for you guys is to draw these tables out and practice them. And now I've given you a really good way to practice these things, inshallah. So I'll end this here and I'll see everyone in the next video. Bismillah.